Hi, I'm Deberah Bringelson. And for the past 30 years, I've been working with business owners and CEOs around the world, helping them to improve their businesses and grow their revenue between 100% and sometimes even more than 3,500%. Yeah, you heard that right. So today I want to talk to you about what I call my $13 million formula. Why do I call it that? Well, the very first company that I ever used this formula with was a small company. Their annual revenue was right at about $56,000 a year. And after using this formula, they grew their revenue to $13 million, from 56,000 to $13 million in about 3 years. Now, as I said, I used this formula for the first time 30 years ago. So over that 30 years, I've been perfecting it. And I want to talk to you about it today. So let's jump in and talk about the $13 million formula and what benefit you might get from knowing about it. Are you a business owner struggling with erratic sales, poor revenue, and overwhelming stress? Are you ready to understand why you're experiencing that and how to make it stop? So let's talk about your buyers. When we survey audiences, whether it's an online audience or in person, we know that only about 3% of your market is actively buying right now. So whether you're selling a car, washing a machine, or something in the digital space, only about 3% of your potential buyers even care that you exist. So what does that mean for you? Well, that means that 97% of your revenue is down the drain before you even start. You're losing out on 97% of what you could have in your bank account right now. Yeah, you heard that right. So let's do some simple math so we understand what that really means. Let's say you're already making $100,000 this year, and you now sell to just an additional 30% of your potential prospects, which, given my 30 years of experience doing this, I will tell you that is extremely doable. So that means by this time next year, you could 4x your revenue and have an additional $300,000 in your bank account. How does an extra $300,000 in your pocket sound? Sounds pretty good to me. So that's exactly what I'm going to teach you in my upcoming free masterclass. Could you spare a little time to learn how to easily add an additional $300,000 to your bank account? Like John did. He learned the $13 million formula and he 10x'd his leads. Every month, they were 10 times higher than they were in a full quarter previously. He also 10x'd his revenue. And now he's got more time to love life. Or Siglinda, who learned this formula, and she made more money in one sale than all of the previous year. That sounds pretty fun, doesn't it? Or many of you may know Amanda Holmes from Chet Holmes International. She referred one of her clients to me, and he was pre-revenue. He hadn't made any money yet because he was a startup. And before he even finished learning the full $13 million formula, he used what he learned and closed a deal worth $67 million. Now that really sounds fun. So in this masterclass, I'm going to show you how you can do it too. You and I are going to meet for 60 minutes each day for 3 days. In the first 30 minutes of each of those, I'm going to teach you one strategy from my 3-part $13 million formula. So remember why I call this the $13 million formula? Because the first company I ever used it with, small $56,000 company, grew to $13 million in just over 3 years. In the second half of each 60-minute class, I'm going to personally help you implement the strategy of the day. In class 1, we're going to talk exactly how to grow your revenue 4x or more in 12 months or less. And we're going to use your company's numbers and your math so you can see what that means to your top line. In class 2, we're going to talk about how to get out of the marketing death trap. And even if you don't know what that is, trust me, you're stuck in it. and you're stuck competing on price. So we're going to talk about that. Unless, of course, you like constantly lowering your prices. In class 3, what if it was easy? You're going to eliminate your number one block to money and success. Look, I don't believe in struggle. I know that your life is meant to be easy, joyful, abundant, and fun. And that's what we want it to be. Like Nadia, she hadn't made any money for about 16 months prior to our meeting. She learned the $13 million formula. And one of the things that we discovered was that she was blocking money. Let's be honest, we all are. We all have blocks to money and success. We uncovered what hers was, and she learned how to clear it away. Within 8 days, remember, she'd made no money for 16 months. Within 8 days, she made $298 million. So are you ready to Forex or even more your money? And if not, why not? Because right now is the best time. Wouldn't you like to have an extra $300,000 or more in your bank account? I will help you get there. Just like I've helped hundreds of businesses and companies in 17 countries for the past 30 years. So in this $13 million formula masterclass, it's 3 days, 60 minutes per day. The first 30 minutes, I'm going to teach you one of the 3 strategies. And then the second 30 minutes, it's going to be live coaching for you, how to make it work for you. Look, I know no one really wants to sit in another Zoom class. I know that. But how high is your personal cost of not participating? Well, go look at your annual revenue for this year. Now multiply that by 4. If you made $100,000 in the past 12 months, your cost for skipping this would be $300,000 at least in the next 12 months. Is Netflix really worth $300,000? Boy, it sure wouldn't be for me. I know you deserve so much more. I am absolutely certain of that. So I'm hosting this masterclass just for you. Please put your name and email in, click the submit button. I will immediately send you your gifts and your first pre-training, and I will see you in a few days, and I will hold your hand as you make this work for you. I love you so much.